Alright everybody, August 5th, 2022, welcome back. And we are checking out a sinkhole that opened up on Saturday, being called one of the deepest ever, if not the deepest sinkhole ever recorded, specifically in Chile. This took place about 30-35 miles from the ocean itself, so we're talking western Chile, right where there's a lot of earthquakes and mining going on. Hundreds of cubic feet of earth gave way in the form of a gigantic sinkhole measuring 600 plus feet deep, puzzling experts working to figure out what triggered the massive implosion. Let's check this out. A huge sinkhole measuring larger than a tennis court suddenly opened up near a copper mining operation in Chile, swallowing large chunks of soil, and investigators are trying to figure out what exactly triggered one of the largest ground collapses in the world. The enormous pit in Tierra Amarilla in the country's Atacama Desert region, measuring 100 feet wide or 32 meters and about 656 feet deep. That's very close to 666 feet, which is pretty crazy. According to Chile's National Geology and Mining Service, hundreds of cubic feet of soil caved in on Saturday, and investigators were immediately called in. They visited the site to examine the hole and determine what might have caused such a massive ground collapse. So far, it's got them baffled. Well, isn't the ground collapsing all over the world? We just had a big one in Mexico. There's sinkholes going on all over the place. I wonder if it has to do with space. As they work on pinpointing what caused the sinkhole, one thing is clear: the deep chasm appears to be widening with each day. The sinkhole was initially measured at 82 feet wide, but the next day the agency reported that the actual dimensions were 105 feet. Alright, so I'm going to show you exactly where Tierra Amarilla is. This is the mining town of which this hole opened up. You can't see the hole here on Google Earth because it happened after these satellite images were taken, but here's that small town or small village right here. You can see they do have a lot of different quarry operations going on, and they did speak about that in the article. So a lot of mining going on in this town, a lot of reasons to have a sinkhole. Let me zoom on up here so you can see how close it is to the coast. We also have a lot of earthquakes in this area. In fact, there was an earthquake about 30 miles from this specific area just a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken. And that is pretty interesting. There is an earthquake in this area that took place just yesterday. Obviously, this sinkhole opened on Saturday, so this earthquake here has nothing to do with it. I find it interesting how close in proximity this earthquake actually is to this area. So we're looking at this one right here. This was obviously on August 4th. That was yesterday. We're going to go over to Google Earth. Here is that area of the sinkhole. We're going to plug these coordinates in and take a look at how close this actually was just a few days later. So we're zooming into the area now of where the earthquake epicenter is, and boom, it's right there. So a fairly large earthquake takes place here just days after this sinkhole opens right here in Tierra Amarilla. So that is the 7 days all magnitude. We'll go to 30 days, 2.5 and above, and we can really see that not too many quakes happen in the immediate area besides this one that happened after the fact. This could be a total separate event on its own. Check out this tweet here. This picture is pretty crazy. Aerial images showed the sinkhole located on land operated by a Canadian Lunden mining copper mine. All right, so it's a copper mine in this area, which is found around 665 kilometers north of the capital of Santiago. Okay, so what's with the 665s going on? So they're saying this thing was 656 feet deep, and now it's 665 kilometers north of the capital of Santiago. The Canadian company said in a statement that the sinkhole was discovered on Saturday, adding that the area was immediately isolated and relevant regulatory authorities notified. Well, thank goodness for that. And see, here you go. Here's where they measured how deep it is, 656 feet. We're seeing that number a lot. And as of right now, they say we haven't detected any material down there, but we have seen the presence of a lot of water. Sinkholes are typically caused by a decline in water levels, such as during drought or due to groundwater pumping. According to Pennsylvania's Department of Environmental Protection, other activities that can lead to sinkholes including disturbance of soil and concentration of water flow. So you can imagine maybe water pooling underneath this area. We see a lot of natural pools and stuff like that. In fact, I was just at a waterfall with my girlfriend where there was a big pool of water naturally set in a almost perfect circle. So you can imagine how water would settle underneath the ground and the ground would collapse, or it could have been a mix of the two, seismic activity and or some sort of pumping going on underneath the ground. Either way, this is very interesting. The numbers are interesting. The story is interesting. And I just wanted to bring it to your attention. All right, my friends, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'll be back later on today or tomorrow. Shout out to Canada, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.